Welcome back. The All Africa Music Awards are the biggest music ceremony in Africa, developed to celebrate, reward and showcase the rich musical heritage of the continent. The aim, of course, is to stimulate conversations among Africans and the rest of the globe about the great potentials. Now, AFRIMA seeks to promote the positive image to the world for global competitiveness. Now, for more on this, we are joined by an award winner, Wax Dey. Welcome to Monela.
Thank you for having me.
You're looking so vibrant. I love what you're wearing.
It's the spirit of Africa.
Yes.
AFRIMA, yeah?
In Africa Month.
Exactly, in Africa Month.
Talking about awards that celebrate African music.
Absolutely, but go beyond just celebrating Africa.
Talk to me about your music and your achievements.
Well, I am a Cameroonian musician. But I have, been practicing music in Cameroon, Nigeria, South Africa. I won the 2016 Africa Music Award, All Africa Music Award, AFRIMA, last year for Best Male Artist in Central Africa. I am now, signed to Motherland Records in South Africa and Calabash Music in Cameroon. In 2014, I was named top 35 African under 35 as well by Young People in International Affairs. So I have an activist perspective to my career. But I think the highlight of my music career is actually, is climbing on the stage in Lagos last year and just holding that trophy, that golden trophy before, 5,000 people in the midst of about 300 other artists that gathered in Lagos for the event. I think it was, not just, for myself, but, for my country and for the continent, such a magnanimous event. I was really happy. Yeah. I'm
fascinated by you being signed under Motherland.
Yeah.
Why that decision and why being signed by a record label in South Africa?
Well, I think because Africa, we're just going to realize that Africa is a big market on its own. In the past, a lot of African artists used to want to break in Europe or in the United States. We've come to realize that Africa is where it's happening. This is where the power is. And if whether you're coming from Congo or Cameroon like myself or South Africa, we achieve so much by integrating ourselves within ourselves across the continent. And so for me, I've had songs playing on Metro FM in South Africa, playing on MTV, on Channel O here, and just having a base here. And it'll be useless for me to expand my career out of Cameroon in trying to go into the United States, when I already have a following here of people that are Bantus just like me. Yes. That speak languages that are similar to my language, even from where I come from, that look like me and appreciate my music, whether I'm singing in English, Pidgin English, or French. And I think that is the spirit of AFRIMA as well, It's the one awards where when I went there, I was able to see integration on another level. I saw young artists, urban artists, a.k.a. Casman Yves from here, Vanessa Di from Tanzania, King Sonny Ade, Manu Dibango, the big legends, that we grew up as little babies listening to, all in one place. Lady Smith Black Mambazo performing at P Square with Joy Celebration, with Praise, with a.k.a. all together in one, living in one.
Beautiful mashup.
Yeah, so it's a beautiful mashup of just art and culture. And I think that's where Africa is going right now. And I think that, that kind of exposure is what we need. But beyond that, as you said, we just need to go out, and work with other labels in other countries, work with other artists in other countries, and become part of those cultures.
I love that, and I think you're right, because I think more and more now, there's such a great international demand for African music. Artists, African music, African beats.
Exactly.
What do you think African artists owe that demand to? What is it that our artists have gotten just right?
I think for the longest time, African artists have been inspiring music across the world. So whether you think of blues originating from Mali, or you think of, even just Afro beats that has gone international and created international sounds. Think of Manu Dibango's Soul Makossa, which became a hit with Michael Jackson and Rihanna and the others. They have not just been getting the credit because we've not been exposed to bigger markets. We've not had the platforms like we have now to expose ourselves. Now things have changed where we're actually seeing that originality having a platform, and we're seeing African arts and culture, we're seeing the resources, and we keep calling for more resources actually to put into arts and culture. And that is giving African artists a chance to be heard in quality and on an international stage. And of course, our music is more original, and so it's going to take over. It is taking over, but the best is yet to come. And so we have to keep, just encouraging platforms like AFRIMA, that expose the artists to each other across the continent and to the world, but also call on governments, for example, and corporates to come and be part of this movement a lot more, because it's gone beyond just individuals, just countries. When you go now and say African music, it's no longer, we no longer want to be just a world category in awards like Grammy.
Yes.
Now we think that awards like AFRIMA can become the Grammys. of the world.
Very quickly.
Yeah.
What are you most looking forward to this year's AFRIMA? I know it's taking place in July.
The entries actually are starting to opening
submissions are open.
8th of May online
Right.
at afrima.org on the website.
Fantastic.
And that's AFRIMA.org. One M, the All African Music Awards here. It's starting on the 8th of May and ending on the 17th of July. And you cannot be nominated like myself or win like myself. You do not enter.
Yes.
So I'm calling on all other artists and labels to join me and enter again this year. But I'm really looking forward to I think at the launch, one thing that the president of AFRIMA said was that this year, all the artists are going to perform through medleys and collaborations. I'm looking forward to that because last year, my eyes were open to so much rich African content that I didn't know existed. And so much, so many new artists from other parts of Africa, different countries, even from the north. I met so many artists from North Africa playing phenomenal music and just, bathing in all that glory of African music from different parts. I'm looking forward to that again if I get nominated this time.
Oh, fantastic. And I really love everything you've said. Thank you very much. It is Wax Day from AFRIMA telling us about all things African music and why it's so rich and diverse and why we should all get on the bandwagon and support it. Now, submission of entries, which open globally on Monday, the 8th of May, will run on until the 17th of July 2017. All right, we take a quick break. When we come back, a performance, and then we say goodbye.